pull the packaging off your CFR Double D Rack, this is what you get. The written instructions step by step, hardware included. So the basic hardware included will be to mount your CFR Double D Rack onto a Ski-Doo, Yamaha, or Arctic Cat snowmobile. When you open up the bag, you'll find you should have 6 1/4-inch nylon nuts, 6 1/4-inch stainless steel washers, 6 fender washers, and 6 3/4-inch long stainless steel bolts. So if you own a Polaris 2007 through 2010, you'll have to get different hardware, which is 3/4-inch carriage bolts, which slide into the track on the Polaris. You'll get 6 nylon nuts, 6 fender washers, and 6 3/4-inch carriage bolts. Tools that you will need to install your Double D Rack on your snowmobile include cordless drill or cord drill, whichever you have, a punch, 17/64 drill bit, 1/8 inch drill bit, hammer, 7/16 open end wrench, ratchet, extension, a 7/16 socket, Sharpie, tape measure. So when you're working on the Double D Rack here, any of the racks, and you're mounting pieces or drilling holes into it, you need to make sure that you can fasten it to the workbench so it doesn't move around. I use these quick grips, but you can get C-clamps or anything like that and just make sure you clamp it down so it doesn't move when you're working on it. So here we have a 2009 Ski-Doo XP with a 154-inch track. So as you can see, there's nothing on the back to worry about, so we don't have to remove anything, or the rack fits right on the back like so. Putting as little weight as possible on the back of the tunnel of the snowmobile, so you want to try to keep all the weight as far forward as possible. One thing you want to make sure when you're mounting this is that there's nothing underneath that you're going to damage. There's no cooling vents or anything underneath that will get damaged when you drill through the top of the tunnel. With the Ski-Doo XP, there's nothing, the coolant's in the middle, and the sides are clean, so that makes it easy. We can mount it wherever and not have to worry about drilling into any cooling vents or anything like that. All right, once you get your rack on the back here and decide kind of where you want it, you can kind of make sure that it's kind of centered and perfectly on both sides. You can use a tape measure to do that, just to measure it up, make sure that it's square. We're going to mark the mounting plate of the Double D where we're going to have the holes drilled through that are going to connect the Double D to your snowmobile. So we're going to mark one hole there, and then back over here. We'll do the same on this side. So measure out where you marked spots on the top of the plate here. 1 inch. And then go underneath. And do that on all 6 holes. Once you've marked all 6 spots with the Sharpie pen on the mounting plate of the Double D Rack, you have to, now I find the best way to do is you pull out a punch and a hammer, and you punch all the 6 spots. Then pull out your 1/8 drill bit, put it into your cordless drill or cord drill, whatever you like, and drill out the punch marks on your rack. And pull out your 17/64 drill bit and drill out the holes. So now we're going to line it all up, make sure that the rack is square. So find a fixed point, like here I'm using the gas tank of the seat here, the gas tank of the snowmobile, and I'm lining it up so it's perfect. Square there. If Feel it on the sides, just make sure that it's sitting right in the middle. It looks good. Mark all 6 spots with the Sharpie. Now pull the rack off the tunnel. And mark all the punch spots with the punch. Pull out the 1/8 metal drill bit, put it in your drill, and drill out all 6 punched marks on your tunnel. Switch drill bits, pull out your 17/64 drill bit, and drill out the 1/8 inch holes that you just drilled, oversize them. Once you've drilled out your holes on your sled, go grab your ratchet and your 7/16 socket, 7/16 open end wrench, and it's time to fasten that bad boy on there. Grab your hardware. Make sure you stick the hardware coming up through the bottom. Washer on top, nylon nut on top of it. Just put them on finger tight right now. We'll, once we get them all on there, we'll ratchet them down tight. So once you've got all the bolts on hand tight, pull out your 7/16 open end wrench and your socket with 7/16 socket. The open end wrench goes underneath, hold it tight, lock her down. Tighten them really nice and tight, don't want this thing going on anywhere. And there you have it. You've officially mounted your CFR Double D Rack on your snowmobile. Go out and enjoy.